and I'm happy to just take the notes while we talk, so no worries about that. So the first one, metrics definition, that one is a little bit on hold because we need some more clarity about the product roadmap, and that is going on while we're working big time on the product, so that will come soon. Next, visual identity. So the thing here is actually a question that I had for Kai or whoever wants to do it. So we have a folder for Giveth design assets, but I saw that like the things that Alan created are not in there, and also it's everything is together. So you have like the unicorn imagery, and you have the new Giveth logo and so on. And I now already saw two people who came from our Giveth wiki and who used the unicorn logo because they thought that was our main logo. So, Kai, is that something you could help organize that folder a little bit?
Yeah, I think we have. What is that? Hello? Okay, better. Yeah, that's actually, I think, yeah, we're gonna rework the wiki. That's the plan, and we have the assets, and yeah, I get together with Cleo, I think, and you, Chris, to generally organize stuff, and we can put that in the wiki overhaul, right? Or did you want to put it somewhere else than the wiki?
No, the wiki is fine. Yeah. But I was talking about the GitHub folder.
The GitHub folder.
Because that one has everything for each other.
Okay. So okay. Yeah. Okay.
But the wiki definitely, yeah. Okay. Then template for presentations. So that is on hold for now because we're working on visual elements first. SEO. So I saw that Kai did some things because now we have header showing up when you Google Giveth. So something happened there, but the text is still not the right text. So I think that's a work in progress, right, Kai?
You should have told me.
That it showed that it changed. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah. I don't know, Alex, do you think your mom did something? I don't think so. So I did something, propagated with Google, and I was not sure at the time. I had no real response action, and so I was unsure if there's something that happened. So it seems something happened. I'm gonna have a look, and yeah, work in progress.
Because true, I almost forgot Alex's mom is on it too. So sorry, I always find that funny to say. But it's cool that your mom is into SEO. Then wiki reorg. So yeah, that's indeed like. So I made a little proposal. I checked this with Cleo. I checked it with Kai, and I now just checked it with Griff as well. The only thing, so I put the link there if you guys want to check it out at a later point or now or whatever. It's a reorganization of the wiki so that we more, we have three big parts, and that is, in short, Giveth is about the DApp, but Giveth is also very much about the community, and Giveth is also the bigger Giveth ecosystem. So that's everything that's governance, that is social coding, and so on. And so Kai gave the feedback that he didn't like the name ecosystem, and so then we came with the idea Giveth Galaxy, and we were inspired by a certain Medium post, and Griff loved it as well. So we're going to call it Giveth Galaxy on the wiki. So the Medium post was by Yailer, by the way.
Yay!
So then, so definitely, if you have any feedback on the logic in that document, then let me know. Well, yeah, because it's important. I'm gonna actually share it for 1 second. but you have the link in there. But the idea is just there is still, for the moment, there's still some double information there. There is some, hang on, it's still loading here. There's information that is double, and there's also information that is outdated. This is a bit of a new structure. And yeah, Wojtek, I think it's also an interesting one for you to have a look at. But in any case, the main message is that we're not like deleting anything. I'm going to zoom out a little bit if that works. We're not deleting anything, but just creating a little bit of an order that if someone who knows nothing about our circles or knows anything about Giveth, that they can decide where they go. So some people will come to Giveth and think, hey, that I'm coming here because I'm a charity and I'm interested in the DApp. Some people come to us through governance initiatives and social coding initiatives. And some people are like, hey, I want to contribute because there's something about contributing. And you have these three elements, these three flows separately actually now. So that is that. And so I'll be working on reorganizing that, and Clio will help with some intro text and writing out some connecting text for that. So do have a look, all feedback welcome. And by the way, also in between, we just go through the points, so we have no feedback rounds but if you have like a question or anything, you just ask. Instagram channel, that's the next one. So Yaler picked this up. And so we had a quick sync on what we're gonna post on Instagram. And so Yaler, I've put it here. I was thinking we do not have to over formalize this, but I wanted to ask you if you maybe could start with a small document saying like, okay, we're mostly targeting those people. I will follow that sort of accounts. I will like such posts. These are the tags I'm going to use, and these are like the content sources for the things that I'm going to post. And I think just a very simple one-pager is helpful there because it's going to help us. Also, if you one day say, I don't have time anymore, then we have like a little document. And also for me to give feedback on, because I also had some more thoughts about this, and then we can get very rich Instagram content, if that makes sense to you.
Yeah, that sounds good. I can put together those points as I do it and just kind of keep it updated.
Yeah, I think that would be super handy, because I saw that you started liking Instagram posts of other people, and there as well. I think it's interesting to think together like, what are we gonna like, because there are many like blockchain investor accounts, and like those people we do not really want to attract. So it's like we have to like find the right people and attract only those to us, because otherwise we don't want these day traders. Well, they don't really have a lot of value to us.
Got it.
So stuff like that. So just and then we can give some feedback to that document.
Sounds good.
Anything else about Instagram that you want to share or have thoughts on right now?
I have nothing at the moment. Just I was gonna put together like a schedule for posting. I can share that with you once I get it up and going.
Great, cool. Future of Giving story. So that was the status contest. So this is done, but I wanted to mention it at least, that so we had 3 stories, and then last minute suddenly we had 5 stories. I enjoyed them all very, very much. And we have
Oz is not here, but really you guys deserve applause. That's cool.
Ow! Yeah, it was really inspiring to read this. We have Paul here, we have Yaler, we have Clio, and who am I missing? And Oz isn't here, and the 5th one was Alon. So yeah, they were all amazing. So thanks again. And I think it's the kind of stories that do not exist yet about like the future of Ethereum. The technology goes quicker than the language. So I am honestly quite sure that one of our texts is going to be the number 1, and I even think a number 2. So curious about that one. Then the Berlin meetup. So that's one that. So Grace or Wojtek will go. Wojtek, what was the date? Because I forgot to write it down for that one.
Yeah, wait, let me find it. I think it's 26th and 27th, but
of March.
no, February.
Ah, okay. Good to know. So it's quite soon then.
Yeah,
And
I'm basically going to book the tickets today.
Okay, and so you're going.
27, 28.
Okay.
It seems
And
like I'm going, unless
Okay.
someone else wants to go. But
No, you go,
fine
boy.
going.
You go.
I mean, it's an
Okay.
interesting one.
Yeah, definitely. So if you, also a question that I have for all these things. It's probably not gonna get streamed, right?
I don't think so. This is more like a workshop of 20 people from different charities.
Okay. Good. If you have, that's the thing. We have now a great writer. So if you want a ghostwriter, Wojtek, if you're in that workshop and you take meetings and it's like, this was really interesting and I see this as what Giveth will need in the future, then you have I don't know, like a 20-minute, you can have like a 20 minutes call with Clio, and Clio can write you a fantastic text of your experience. And that's the cool stuff that we can have more when we go to such event. I think it's always, we have the connections with those people, but if we also have some output for audience, it's always cool to have that too. So if it's relevant, then do let us know.
All right, sounds great. I will.
Okay. Then Blockchain Brussels, so that one is on hold because I'm waiting for the dates, so I let it in. Team meeting Barcelona, so there's not a lot to do for us there, so that's more like a governance thing. I'm even going to change it to governance. The dates are set, and I guess, Griff, that Lindsay is going to follow up or something on this, and we need to book our flights.
Yeah, it'll be interesting because the Scaling Now meeting is the 5th and 6th, and then there's a party on 777. So I'm not sure what we should set for expectations as far as Giveth meetup, but because I was just realizing a couple days ago that it's not really, I don't know when the right time for Giveth to meet is, if it's the 4th and 3rd, or if it's after the Paris conference. I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts on that?
Yeah, I was gonna be there before. That was my plan now, and I actually was gonna book. I'm gonna book this week so that the prices don't go up too much. I was thinking before. I know Clio will be there already before, so that's handy for me, and Wojtek will be there before as well. So that's two of the people I want to meet.
I can't after.
Yeah, the 6th is maybe like 4 or 5 people from Giveth should be there, and the 5th maybe only like 1 or 2 people from Giveth should be there. So the rest of the team can definitely do work group things. So maybe the 4th is like a Giveth day. I don't know.
I've put in now that maybe we can see it like from that people try to maybe already arrive the 3rd, so that we have 3rd and 4th for sure, and maybe for some people and for most of the people the 5th. But my expectations personally are like, I just want to be together with people and get some work done. But shutting up now. Any other thoughts? So Wojtek, you'll be there earlier, and yeah.
Yeah, I would like to go the 4th, the 3rd, yeah. If I arrive in Barcelona the 3rd, I have to book my flight also, so I don't know.
I'll try to at least start a conversation about it. on Lumio and on Lumio.
That sounds good.
Yeah, it's indeed best that we so that people can start booking where the prices will go up a bit too high, and we don't want that. Okay, next swag upcoming. So I wrote a little production briefing after discussing with Kai and with Griff for the events that are happening in Barcelona. So we have we have Scaling Now first, then we have what connected to it like 777, maybe an after party kind of thing, and then there's the Paris FCC. So because the time is short, the idea is for now we're just gonna print basic Giveth t-shirts. So they will just have like a Giveth logo on the front, and on the back they will have a bigger Giveth logo that says Future of Giving and Giveth.io, our URL. So everyone is always welcome. That's why I put in the links to put comments in there. But normally we'll have Kai and I will have a call on Thursday with a production guy to get this printed in time, so that we have both updated shirts, because the current ones that I'm wearing is from DEF CON 3 and are a bit busy, and then also more stickers. So these two things are in the document. And the next line, actually, swag long term, that one was the one that we discussed earlier and for which we already had a brainstorming. So I've, because there was a lot going on in the last few days, that one, I'm going to take time to write a proper briefing. And I see this as a real kind of contest, a bit like the status contest kind of thing, that everyone is welcome to send in proposals, design proposals for assets, and then they get points and the winner gets more points. So it was really nice to see how the community reacted to the status thing, and I want to do this for our own our own graphic vibe that we want for Giveth, so that in the future we can print other stuff that that people really will want to have on their laptop or on their shirt or whatever we come up with. So that's the long-term swag. Next thing, blockchain for good, ROGS, blockchain for humanity. Grace is not here, or is she? Nope, she's not. So these are some things that Grace is following up on. So there is an event that is confirmed in 1 month where Grace is presenting Women for Blockchain. So that is happening. Then the Giveth Steemit account. So Yeller, so actually I added here the same feedback. If you can maybe also create a little document, like how do you see this happening after our talk before? But you also wanted to share some thoughts on that, so go ahead.
Yeah, I've read a few people's different introductions and kind of just like learning how the community works. And as far as I see, it's kind of good to build credit points, like reputation points, by like commenting on other people's stuff, upvoting things, and just kind of generally being involved. You can actually pull a statistics report before you when you do an introduction, so people can see what you've been doing in the time up until the time where you are ready to do an introduction. So until the point in time where, you know, Kai and whoever you guys have decided like how you want to introduce yourselves and what you want to say in that initial opening, which I'm happy to help like facilitate. I'll just be like kind of upvoting things and looking at things that I feel like align with Giveth, and maybe we can go over that before I start doing that process. But we could do an introduction in a few weeks and it would still be okay, even if you didn't do it right away as the first thing. But if we want to move fast, we could talk about that too. So I'll just be kind of doing my research and making sure that I know what we're doing to build a good reputation.
And so, question for me: do you have the idea like then that you would already start posting other stuff that we put out, or not immediately?
I can definitely use the articles that we've already published and pull them over just to start.
Okay.
Yeah. as opposed to like creating new content. Does that sound good?
Sure. Any you?
Yeah. Are you muted? Okay. No.
Sorry, I think that's. I think I'm messing it up here.
Test. No, shit.
I'm having problems connecting.
Okay, let me mute myself. So maybe it's better like this. No. Cannot, yeah, like this. So, right, what was the thing? I'm so distracted now.
The Steemit, if you had.
So on Steemit, the thing I would like to propose is, I don't know, what you usually do is like you introduce yourself on Steemit. There's a hashtag channel. That's how they do it.
Oh, you have to unmute yourself.
Yeller, what was your reaction?
Sorry, I didn't hear any of that.
Oh,
It was muted.
we were all muted now. Fantastic. So yeah, no. What
Sorry.
in a summary, what Kai was saying, indeed, that you can use this specific channel to introduce yourself, and that it's fine if you indeed first like go around and like and upvote stuff so that you have some history.
Okay,
So
yeah, I agree then. I'll do that. Maybe I'll connect with Kai directly too, so he can like, if there's like if we want to collaborate on the introduction, we'll just start it off.
Sure. Good. Someone's not muted. Okay, now it's muted. No, it was Kai. It's okay. Then newsletter subscription. Yeah, so that's something that Kai and Cleo were going to sync on, but they have some time reserved later this week, so that's coming up. Blockchain for Humanity role. So that's the thing that Cleo was going to help with. I don't know if you have any updates there, Cleo.
I don't have any updates right now. Is there a timeline on that? Okay. I might put that off just because I've got the Scaling Now articles that are taking up a lot of my time, but I will put it on my list and get to it as soon as that's tackled.
Perfect. Well, then I'll put it for this week on hold. And we have some variation in colors. Then milestone creation process. So yeah, that was decided in the governance call to just have not only for the reward DAO, we now have a good explanation how to do it with the post that Cleo wrote and the wiki post as well. But for like actually creating milestones, what do you have to include in one milestone? That is on my to-do list to create a quick overview for that. Any feedback? I know I just have an echo again from someone. Someone is not muted. Hang on, I'm just gonna mute myself if I see who it is.
Am I still in the room?
You?
Yeah. I shouldn't be. I restarted my computer.
Hello.
Really strange.
One question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Those milestones, what are they for?
The milestones are, that is how our new DApp works. So we that's how we pay out people. So you say what you have done for Giveth, and then it's like register. You write down,
Right.
I've done all these things. This is the proof, and then you get paid for a specific milestone. So
Right, but that's the spreadsheet, right?
Yes. So, can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Okay. Awesome. So, the governance. I think the governance team is going to basically Lindsay is going to make all the reward DAO milestones for the individuals. So we're putting it together now. For the last month, we put it off because we weren't able to make any payments. But now that we have 1.5 successful payments, we will, or at least payment rounds, we are putting that together now. The milestones are mostly proposed. We're just going through the iterative process for last month. And so for a reward DAO, at least, we'll just put them through and try to keep it a high standard for the milestones.
Yeah. So that is I have an echo again. How is this possible? No, it's not Griff. It's not Griff. No, it's gone again.
It was me.
But you're not in the same room, Griff.
Yeah, but my mic is picking your voice up anyway.
That's fine. Okay. So no, indeed, the reward DAO milestones are created by Lindsay and Griff. But we also decide in the governance meeting that for whoever creates milestones, now it's the regular reward people, but we also want to write this down also for in the future when our DApp is open. So that's coming up, but it's indeed not super urgent because regular reward team knows how to do this right now.
I was going to ask a clarifying question.
Go ahead.
So that the regular reward DAO people are the only ones that are creating milestones at the moment, yes?
Correct.
Okay.
But because you and Cleo are going to get some more regular rewards, that's you will be able to create your own milestone. So that little document is actually going to be extra helpful for you.
Okay.
So when that's for me motivation also to get that done. So I'll send it to you when it's done. But the first step for you was to register on the DApp and get whitelisted by Parasology.
Oh yeah, I guess I have a question about that too. Do we store funds there? What happens there?
No, well, for that, the thing you can read the post that was written by Wojtek, and that's in our Medium. This is a side chain on Rinkeby, so there are no funds stored there, but it's our way of registering all our administration. But you are not paid out over there. You're paid out via a multi-sig. So the only thing that you have to do there is put in the end destination address needs to be your real address where you want to receive the funds. But if you haven't read that post, it's explained. Everything is explained in that post. That is
okay. We can talk more about it later too.
Yeah, sure. And it's going to be in the explanation that I'm going to write.
Okay, great.
Then London Blockchain Meetup. Yeah, so these guys, they asked us if we want to present at Blockchain for Social Impact London. Actually, to me, that is the kind of events that we can definitely attend. But then, because if it's not too far away, and if it's blockchain combined with charity and Blockchain for Humanity. So the next one isn't been scheduled just yet, but now, just before, there was another conversation, someone who wanted then the conversation that Yela was in as well. So for an interview with wiki-related people about Giveth. So if we can combine these two, then a short trip to London might be worth it. But more on that is coming up. What was it? Do you know the
Matt
name?
Fink.
Matt
Fink.
Yeah. Fink proposal London. So we'll see what happens there. Event proposal overview. So yeah, that is a new one that I added. So I'd like to just create this. I like creating sheets. And so the idea was that I just create a simple sheet with events, and the one just on top is an example of that one. Then all of these can go out of this list, where we just add all the events that we want to be present or that other people think, hey, you might be present here. And then I see this in the future as part of our ambassador package, that when we have a template for presentations, that people can just say like, oh yeah, you saw this event in that country, I am in that country. Oh, can we do like a quick training because I've never presented on Giveth before? So we run through the presentation with that person, and then that person can be like our ambassador in that country and explain everything about Giveth. And if that person doesn't feel comfortable doing it the first time, or it's a more technical oriented one, then some of the developers or someone of the developers team or the core team can attend via Jitsi or Skype and so on. So that's my proposal to do that in the near future, and that's combined with the template that I'm going to make too. Any feedback, thoughts on this? Good idea, bad idea?
Sounds awesome, yeah.
Really good idea. I'll keep an eye open for events in Asia.
Perfect. Okay, then we go to the next one. Give it one pager. Yeah, so it says wedding, but there's more than that. So actually, it's Sponette from the Swarm City team who wanted. So we are one of the 3 projects that he wants to sponsor. They've been married for 10 years, and he wants to give to good causes, and one of the 3 is Give It. So he asked for like a one pager with a nice design that we can hang up there to say like, this is what Give It is all about. So we just need to create this page, and an extra use for this is that we can also print out some or hang these up in Barcelona, because it will be a Scaling Now focused event. But of course, we need to use the opportunity to. We will be there. We'll explain a little bit when there's an opportunity what Give It is to people. But for people just being bored or whatever, or taking a break, then they can read in a glance. Oh, that's what Give It is about. So the question is, who feels like picking this one up? Who has time to create the idea is just like really a short explanation. What is Give It? So actually it's just stealing from everything that is already existing right now and putting a nice visual. It can just be the logo. It can be something extra, just something that draws attention, and it's nice to put up on a wedding and on a Barcelona event.
I can help.
I can totally help.
Okay, well, I would say then I hear Yela and Paul.
Paul, nice.
Yep, sure.
Awesome.
I'll gladly like review or give feedback or something.
Oh, what a nice team forming here.
Yeah, this is a community thing. I'm gonna chip in with some Photoshop action.
Woohoo!
Yeah, fantastic. So it's all virtually everybody. But so maybe Yaler. So Paul, are you like? Does any of you guys have design skills also to make a nice extra thingy on that page?
Yeah, I have it. I know how to use InDesign and Photoshop.
Great, fantastic. So I'll put Yaler and Paul on there for now, and then you can sync with us to see what else you need.
Sounds good.
Cool. Then, yeah, that is just a quick one. What I would like to do, some people are never going to believe it, but I would like to have an extra channel on Slack and on Riot, because now I see that sometimes people want to post some more fun stuff, and other people want to do serious talks about the Ethereum community development and do not belong in other channels. So I was just thinking maybe we can split it up, and mostly what is now happening in Random is blockchain focused. But then if we meet up, we see so many interesting things that we want to share with each other, and maybe that can be like a new Random channel. So that's just a little thingy. So that, because my idea is we scaled it down, we cut a lot of the channels, but now we really see, and I'm really happy about it, that in almost all of the channels we get daily talks. So maybe we can fork a channel again, and so that people can go in the right one. Any feedback, thoughts? Makes sense? Makes no sense?
Makes sense to me. For example, I see a lot of Ledger Watch is a bloody beast, and he puts the most interesting blockchain related projects in Random. But yeah, if there is another channel for other like fun random stuff, like random blockchain and random fun sort of thing, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Maybe we can call it, yeah, any ideas on a name? Do we call it the current one blockchain? And then we create a new one that's fun or random? Any thoughts?
Random and real random.
I was thinking it as well, actually, but
Please name it sensibly, because even right now there's a communication, communities, and contributors, and I'm always confused between those three channels.
Yeah, I agree. Like,
Random and unicorn talk.
no, it's nice, but unicorn talk is people are not gonna know what that is.
No, blockchain talk would be very good, I think, because it's a very narrow topic.
Yeah, I think I like blockchain talk as well. I propose it. But the for the other one, we call it just fun, maybe, or random.
Leave it as random. Every Slack has a random.
Okay, so I convert the current one to blockchain talk, and we create a new fresh one, random. Cool. Then Medium post with a portrait of all of us. So yeah, that is something. I was thinking about this one. That's one of the things that I talked about with Clio, but it's not a super urgent one, and as maybe I should put it on hold for now. But so Clio is also going to join us in Barcelona, and so we did it earlier. What does Give It mean to you? So I was thinking that maybe it's interesting to have this and link just a Medium post, the people behind the scenes, or something that we can link to our team page, because we're creating a team page. But it's not an urgent one. So Clio, looking towards you, but I think it's probably not something that we can do right now. Maybe something that we can do and schedule for Barcelona. Yeah. Okay. Because then most of the people will be there. Interview with Give It. Oh yeah, here I just copied it. This was a thing that was that Brian proposed. So he wants to put a Give It blog article on their blog. So yeah, Griff, any thoughts on that? So yeah, maybe I can first give my feedback on that one. I don't. If he wants to have an idea of what Give It is, who are the yeah, I think it can wait a little bit. We don't need extra focus on us because we're in the middle of reorganizing the wiki and getting posts out on our own future. So I don't see the use of creating that right now.
Everybody can always write something about us.
Yeah, but
yeah, I agree with Kai on that. Everyone should be able to write something on us if they want. You know, how much effort we put into it on our side is another thing. But like, if they're excited to write something, we should encourage it. Yeah, I would in general always be encouraging people to contribute if they want to. So.
Yeah, no, okay, makes sense. And do you, he wants an interview with the founder. So with whom should he schedule the interview?
I mean, who wants to? I mean, you know, a founder that's like it can be anyone, man. I don't know why, who's a founder or who's not. Like, that's just confusing to me.
You are a founder and Jordi is and Wojtek is in Graces. That's how I heard it.
I guess, but you know, to me, everyone's a founder, so I don't really care. I think whoever wants to do the interview can do it, and we can, whether they're a founder or not, we can either give them the label of founder because it's just a label, or we can say, hey, you know, this person has something really important to say, and they can pick whatever label they want. Like, just because he asked for a founder doesn't mean they have to give it to him.
Okay. Anyone volunteering to be interviewed by Slave Free Trade? That silence.
I mean, if no one is, I can. But.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping for. Honestly, I was hoping Wojtek would take it.
Yeah, I can do it too. That's the thing, but I think no, but I don't mind. It's like, or maybe we do double interview, Wojtek.
Yeah, I think he was asking for one or two, so maybe you both should. I mean, I feel like the more names we get out there for Give It, the better. I mean, we're we're super centralized on the tech right now, but if we can at least be decentralized in the community, that would be nice.
Cool. Okay with you, Wojtek? Then we can complete each other's sentences.
Yeah, that's fine.
And you might do 2 separate interviews or something too. You don't have to coordinate and schedule.
Yeah. We can see. Maybe they even want to do like a text interview. Apparently they have a whole team because he said, I'm going to bring you in contact with those people. So there's more than one interview person. So, okay. I'll check with him. Yeah, this is another one. So I read down all IDs I have right now, but Clio has a full-time job as well. So we have to see like if this makes sense or if someone else wants to pick this up. Honestly, I think it's a good idea to have like a lot of content, and I think in the time that I already passed here, that we moved ahead a lot with a lot of things, and that we took quite some decisions, and we had. I think it's nice to just, even if it's a short post once in a while, like these are the topics we talked about, and we talked a lot about the importance of a community. We talked about how we think that the Giveth Galaxy should evolve and this and that. But again, yeah, we need some people who have time. So, and who can then schedule some time with us. So first question, do we see value in this, creating this? Any thoughts, feedback? Griff?
Sorry, I accidentally ate a chip that tasted like it had shrimp in it. I had to like. Can you say? I love the Giveth Galaxy, but I missed the first part.
Yeah, the thing was just that I was just saying that that it would be cool that whenever we do a meetup with the team, that we create something, some sort of report, some thoughts, some things, the main topics that we talked about, some decisions that we took, I think there's a lot that has been decided and talked about here about the value of community, how we want to make the world a better place. But we had very inspiring topics and discussions here about how decentralization changes everything versus the corporations and this and that. So yeah, the question is just like, do we think it's valuable to create a post for something like this?
For every time we have a meeting, you mean? Like every meetup or every
physical meetups?
Like group meetup.
Mm-hmm.
Like what's the meaning?
Group meetups.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, of course, yeah. I mean, we usually do all those videos. We didn't have such amazing content creators before, so we should definitely take advantage of it. Of course, as long as it fits and it's not forced. You know, if we don't have anything awesome to say, then probably don't need to say it. But I imagine that we would always have a progress report. We could have it like be a progress report after every meeting. Like kind of, usually these meetings end up with major roadmap adjustments. So.
Yeah, which didn't really happen right now, of course, I think. But for Barcelona, maybe a little bit more, I don't know.
It's not ended yet. So we're still here for some days. And we'll see.
Oh, you're talking about this? Is Thailand a big given? Oh, okay, yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, I guess so. We might as well have some cool Thai posts. We have all these cool, great pictures. At least be a fun one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we picked up Clio. It'd be great to announce Clio as like, you know, snagged her from Thailand.
Yeah, we found Clio in Thailand.
Awesome. I'm happy to write up a post on that. That sounds really easy to do, by the way.
Yeah, and I think you're a good person to do that because you witnessed many of these conversations that we had, and you took lots of notes with the talks with the different people and their IDs on it. So even if it's a short one, and you in the Thailand together, we all posted some pictures, including the push-ups and everything. So a nice quick post of like what we have been doing. It, I think that would be nice.
Yeah, fun, lighthearted. Yeah. Fun, lighthearted, and lots of pictures.
We'll just interrupt the post like every 10 like sentences and be like push-ups.
What's the deal with the push-ups?
I guess we should do push-ups.
But you were in the meeting, Paul, weren't you? It's like something Griff wants everyone to do 100 push-ups a day. So every 2 hours he shouts push-ups, and then everyone does push-ups, and they're actually doing it right now because Griff he's already doing it. So Griff is over there somewhere, and now you have like
excellent idea.
Voila! So because these guys never are away from their computer, so. Now they're doing push-ups during my communications meeting. Okay. So Clio
and I
will
can't
write.
take the credit for that. Kurtz pushed that one through.
Nice. Okay, perfect. So next one, we have Web 3. So yeah, this is a bit a double one, but no, it's not in the sense that it's another idea that I had. I don't remember if I talked about it with Clio, but I was honestly so inspired by it that I would like to like explore, because Clio is gonna do more like the reaching out to other communities kind of thing, like our charity B2B kind of lead person. So I think we're really doing blockchain for good as well. And so maybe it's interesting to have a talk with him, like how do you want to do more? But I think maybe we can see what happens after he says who the winners are. It's going to be us, of course, and so then they'll reach out to us, and then maybe we can talk about this. But yeah, I think I saw there an opportunity because we have clearly many great writers in our midst, and I'd love to give some more. Points for inspiring texts that are in some way related to blockchain for good, to put some counterweight against the day trading and Bitcoin crash disasters that are only in the news, and that I think it's time to bring some other voices out there as well. So yeah, that's that one. Yeah, and then the next one is just a quick announcement, and so, but we already talked about it briefly. So Clio and Yailer, because they now have tasks that are more regular, like Clio is doing like non-stop Medium posts and stuff that she's working on. Yailer is doing Steemit and Instagram. So those two people were going to move to Milestones. So Yailer already sent me like a proposal for hourly rate for like more brain intensive work and like the easier community management work, which is also brain intensive, but you know what I mean. And Clio is going to do the same thing, and then at the end of the month we'll see with how many hours, or at the end of a few weeks we'll see at how much we end up in a milestone. So that's just for their ease and for our ease, because their points are more of an introductionary thing to the system. Difficult to find my words. Donation page. So that one, donate.giveit.io. So Kai made an update for that, but I still had to give my feedback. So I logged my feedback for this. Did I log it? Right? Yeah, I logged it and I assigned Kai, but he hasn't seen it, I see. So I logged this on GitHub and assigned Kai. And the next step there is also that we want to integrate Mary Merkle. So to explain what that is briefly, I don't know if we did last time. It's just that when you donate, that you can claim your donation via MetaMask and say that this was your donation, so that you end up on like a mini wall of fame. It's a thing that we're also going to use for the Barcelona Scaling Now meeting. So it's going to be there. It's going to be done rather soon. So that one is ongoing. Then DAC Givers, that one is on hold. Hero DAC, that's on hold. So Jen is going to work on this, but she's gone for she's taking some time off. Status. on hold. Kanya, so we have a blog post coming up there. It hasn't landed yet, so I don't think that there's an update there. My Ito wallet, so that's on hold. Eth comments, so Kai is researching there, and we already discussed quite a bit, so I think, and he will still talk to Clio, so that's another thing that might end up in that little post on what Kai's ideas are about that. Team video, so I just, before this one, I had a call with Joanna, so she has, she's working on getting it integrated and all the feedback integrated, and she's going to send me a new version normally tomorrow. So that's coming up too. Video tutorial is on hold. The about page, that one, yeah, so that's the team page actually. So the team page I've discussed with Kai. I just have to log it, and for that there's also a sheet going around where everyone needs to fill in their details if they haven't done so just yet, and then we can create that page. And the idea is that we have our circles in there in some sort of visual way, and then if people come extra in the team and do regular contributions, we can add them to that page. So I think, yeah, Clio asked, for example, am I part of the core team? And that name of that room or channel, it's just called core team. But yes, you are part of the core team if you're a regular contributor in some way, and then you definitely belong and are very welcome on our team page. So if you guys haven't filled in the sheets, a gentle reminder to do so.
Yeah, I mean, I hope we generally trend to be over-inclusive as opposed to under-inclusive.
I agree. Then District OX. So you guys, last time you said that you were gonna set up a call, Griff. Yep. I don't know if yeah.
No, I haven't had. You know, I guess I need to really reach out to their community guy, because I keep reaching out to the bigwigs and they don't really seem to respond. But I'll reach out to their community guy. Okay. I think the issue is also I'm probably hitting them on Slack. Maybe I'll try a different medium like Telegram or something.
Okay. Cool. Aragon Labs. So I don't know if there's any update there. Hey, oh, I only see now that Quasia isn't here. Oops. But
they're sort of on pause. We're doing the big audit. There's going to be some talk on that. The whole Argonne team and the Giveth audit team are going to go to Valencia and meet with them in a few days. Mm-hmm. So there'll probably be a little bit of talk during that. But for the most part, it's kind of I think Argonne in general everything's on the back burner on their side until the audit's through, and on our side, we need them to fix their UI. So that's where we're at.
Makes sense. Okay. Then governance outreach. Why is it called like this? Something got mixed up here. This was riots. Riots. Yeah, riots mostly. So that's just a question. If there's a way, so I added it to the list. I posted it. I don't know if there's an easy. I would like to just. It's just that's something that bugs me personally, and I would give comp points for this if there would be some sort of riot bot, and if some of the things that are not well bridged right now, there are some things I can make a new list. If there is like a developer who could help with the bridge, not with the riot development because they got 5 million, then we're not going to help them, but with the bridge at least, so that we can function well. So maybe this is something that Quasia also has to put in as social coding, as a social coding proposal. I don't know. Any thoughts?
I can. I'll ping him. I'll ping him right now about adding that to his list. The riot upgrade, bridging the riot and Slack. Putting that on his list.
Great, thanks. If it's only that, if they focus on because RJ should not focus on that, and he's focusing on the audit anyways. But there are some things that don't make complete sense, and then we can iron those out. Thanks. Then new reward DAO. Oh yeah, so that's the post that that Cleo has written. So the little check is just that Cleo had on her list there is to check if the if everything is in the wiki post that is also in your article. Okay. ETH or ETH Alliance, so that one was on hold because it's not a priority at all at this point. Contributors form, that is done, so I'm going to take out that line immediately. Yes. Then communities channel. What was it? Stimulate this. Oh yeah, so that's ongoing. So I think I'm going to take that line out too. B2B template, so that is Cleo is gonna help out with this. So that's also, there's no news there, I would say. I think no. Blockchain Geneva. Hey, Blockchain Geneva for that one. Yeah, I added it to the contributors list. So in that, because you guys, I think that I created a new contributors list that is going together with the bot. So if people have things for contributors, they can add it there. So I just put the Blockchain Geneva in there. So actually, yeah, it's going to be out in the next one. The scaling now, yeah, go ahead.
What's the link for that form, for that sheet?
Yeah, if you go in contributors and you scroll up a little bit, I mentioned something about the bridge, and just before that, I mentioned that lists. Yeah, so I posted it at 2:30 this afternoon. So there you'll see the link to that list. But there's not a lot open right now, but more is coming soon. Then the next one, Scaling Now event. Sorry, go ahead.
Got it, thanks.
Okay, cool. Scaling Now event, so that is the explanation from Griff is there. So Kai is working on the Merkle tree thing and on an invitation kind of website for this. And so we talked about the shirts. Chloe did a very nice proposal for Scaling Now that I sent to the people in the Scaling Now group so they can use it for digital invites, but normally we're not going to print anything for that because it's not going to be a long-term event. And so there's also a meetup link that they're going to create, but it's not to be shared widely because it's very specific for devs specifically. And I said all of this because I think Griff is talking to someone else.
No, I'm here.
Oh, you're here. Sorry, then I stole your thunder. I don't know if I said it right, if there's anything I'm missing.
You nailed it. Yeah, I mean, it's Scaling Now. I'm excited. I don't know. You said everything good.
Okay, sorry. Then the Scaling Now talks. So the next one is coming up, and Griff, you were waiting for a confirmation from some of the people, right?
Yeah, Sina, he should be waking up and responding. Maybe he already responded. I haven't checked Slack. I just need to know, make sure, confirm who's going to be in the video, and then we can start promoting it. It happens in about 24 and a half hours.
Perfect. Okay. So as soon as we have the link, you guys are, of course, welcome to retweet and post and upvote and all these things. We'll put it again on Reddit. Then Alpha Link. So we talked about that last time. We said, okay, we're not going to use it in Medium. Wojtek, you were thinking of using it in the wiki. And as we are reorganizing the wiki, well, actually, I don't mind having it in there because people, when they start, and if it's somewhere in the text, what I would just recommend is then just put it as a hyperlink behind something. You see what I mean? Like if you want to try it out, go to the DApp and then we have a hyperlink, but we not just put in there alpha.giveit.io. If that makes sense to you.
That's the aim.
Okay.
I mean, it's basically a very developer-focused part of the wiki.
Great. So yeah, so I think indeed that people will not end up there too quickly. So I'm fine with it. So then this little task is done. We'll get it out. Product subside. So that is something to be. I would say let's discuss also in. I've discussed a little bit with Kai and with Griff about the explanation of the product, but I think we can when we're in Barcelona, Wojtek, that's one of the things that I'd also like to talk about with you and with Satya on a call and this and that and so yeah, after Barcelona, Satya and I are probably going to meet because he couldn't make it to Barcelona, I heard. So
yeah, you can come to Paris.
Yeah, that's just after it, right?
Yeah, we're meeting there on 7.
Okay, that's a possibility. But he also wanted to come to Antwerp. It's not far for him. It's not far for me. So
if anyone's considering Barcelona or Paris, we do have Google Docs that they should fill out so that we can be aware of people's proposed arrival dates and departure dates.
Yep. Then the walkthrough post, so that one is on hold because it's a bit too early. That's the thing that we discussed last time. DApp, Auto Onboard Decks, that's also on hold. Terms of service, that's on hold. Weekly dev updates. So yeah, that's the first one is there, the one for you, right, Wojtek? So I sent you the last one I got.
Yeah,
for the
I know.
tiny letter thingy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's okay. You do it when you have time. I'm just gonna keep putting some psychological pressure on you.
Okay, no, I'm so under pressure already.
No, then I'm not gonna do that. No, you do it when you have time, and again, if we can help writing something out for you or do a video interview, whatever, you just let us know. Then what is give it? Yeah, Kai, you were waiting for Hutch. No news. Can we then maybe not just cut it? Just do it. You can just download the video and you can cut it. It's I don't think these guys are gonna be.
No, it's totally fine.
Yeah.
But it would be.
If he's not reacting, he's not reacting, right?
He is. It's just then it's immediate.
To do. Yeah. Because now someone just created a new page where they collected all the information and they put Griff's hippie video in it again. So just mentioning it. So my word, not my words, Griff's words. Then product survey. So after that Prios. So yeah, that's the thing let's also discuss maybe in Barcelona and in future calls, or in the, I guess even mostly in like the DApp meeting, if there's a product survey needed, right?
Yeah, there definitely is. Yeah, I'm just procrastinating way too much.
Okay, well then we can talk about it. I'm in any case, yeah, Wojtek, even before Barcelona, I'm home as of Thursday. So if you want to like run through some things, with pleasure.
Okay.
That's fine. Then AdCon Toronto. So there we have to. So that's the thing that Griff was gonna check if we have a speaking opportunity and demo opportunity and so on. I don't think there's any news there.
Thanks for reminding me. I need to search my email, see if I missed something.
Okay. Then LATAM Tour, that's something that we still have some time because it hasn't moved on Swarm Cities side. So I'm gonna keep it on you because it's not started yet, and I'll reach out to Alan when those plans become more real. And that was the next one, survey research RTI. That was the other question by Brian. So he connected Grace, and they want to do that's another interview with a representative of Givit. So same, I don't mind doing this. Wojtek, I don't think you mind doing that either, right?
Yeah, no, that sounds fine.
Okay. Well, for both of them, I'll give both of our names, and we see what exactly they want, because I don't really know what RTI research does, but I'll check it out, and then we'll see. Yeah, the next one is on hold. Then testing. So that is linked actually to product survey. So I'm actually just gonna delete this one because I think, well, the two are heavily related, right?
Well, there's sort of an imminent testing coming, because we're going to include new stuff from Satya this week, and then we need to test the whole DApp, and that should be non-devs testing it.
Okay, nice. Well, maybe it's then best in any case that we do a call later this week. I'd like to see if I can help in any way.
Yeah.
That in. Then grant social coding. This figure out which project, then apply. Who was gonna do this? I didn't put any name. Someone gave this feedback. That was Quasi who gave that feedback. So he was gonna figure this out. So he'll get back to us on that next time. And he's also working on the audit, so probably he hasn't had time to look into this. Toshibot, I don't think. Is there any update there, Alex? Something that we need to know? No. Okay. Not Swarm City voting. Social coding voting. So we've done some testing in the last few days, and we're now going to use it because we decided in the governance meeting that we're going to use Lumio to start discussions. And then as soon as we have some more information, I think, Cleo, you already did a kind of interview with Quasi on this, or on? Yeah. Not yet. Okay, but yeah, maybe it's going to be part of. Well, no, it says here we can do a Medium post or Reddit when he feels comfortable enough and has something valuable to say about it. Then FCC Paris. So there's nothing to be done by communication there. The only thing is that we will get you T-shirts in Barcelona that you can wear and hand out in Paris as well. So that's coming up. The peer-to-peer foundation. Oh yeah, that's good that you added that. That's, I don't know if it was Griff or Kai, but good that this is on the list too, indeed.
Yeah, I actually am trying to schedule a meeting with him sometime this week, phone meeting. So if anyone wants to be in on that, yeah, it'll be focused on Thai time, and I'm just going to schedule a time that works, and then kind of open it up so people can join if they're curious. Kind of an opportunity to connect the teams. It would have happened sooner, but his daughter's in the hospital right now. Just nothing major, but it slowed things down.
Okay, great. So the call is coming up for that one. And we reached the end of the list. And we did it in 1 hour and 15 minutes. Woohoo!
I have one more topic.
Oh, go ahead.
We talked about it before. In the last governance meeting, we talked about templates for milestones. And I think that we can already prepare a template for the regular reward and for the reward DAO. And that someone can take this up and write down what each of them should actually have.
And do you see this as like a template that will be like implemented in the design? I guess so.
Well, I mean, we'll sort of see, right? We'll see if there's something that we're missing and that we need to add, or if it's just something that we can just put in the text field.
Okay.
It would be really nice to have a template for certain pieces. At least there's like some issues around embedding pictures.
Yeah,
know,
and all. Yeah.
Do you, like basically this template? It would be. I would love to. Actually, I'd love to put Lindsay on building the template for Reward DAO. Like her and I will end up collaborating on that because we're already doing that basically. And then, but there's some things like embedding pictures, embedding videos that will need some assistance on.
Okay, yeah, that's exactly where I want to get, to identify whether there's some issue like preventing it, so that we have time to actually fix it. You know, because in the last governance, it was like, we're going to do it in the future, but we can start now and find out if there's something broken.
Yeah, makes sense. And actually, it's in there. What is at least related? But I'm looking for the line where it is, and it was the short, like the things that I was gonna write for the regular reward or the regular contributors, like the things that you have to include, like the proof and this and the conversion rate and all these things. So maybe I could create that template, because indeed it would be. It's going to be easier if these are indeed fields that you can say, okay, you have to paste in what is the conversion rate, what is the links for your proof, and these things, because then people are going to do it automatically. And if you don't have a link for your proof, then you cannot complete your milestone, for example.
Yeah, I would do something a little bit less restrictive, but yes, in general, that's the idea.
Yeah, well, yeah, you know what I mean. It's like you guys then decide what is what we need to do and what not, but it's gonna help people to fill it out correctly.
If there is this big update that you said we're going to push pretty soon, right, Wojtek? That might affect how we do templates.
Yeah. So the update will just include rates, and you will just put in a date of the milestone, and it will automatically find a rate for you. And you can have, within one milestone, you can have like multiple dates. It's more like a receipt, you could say.
Yeah. Okay. That's great.
Sorry, I was muted. On that topic, should we wait to do templates until that push comes through? I mean, I'm going to do the template for Reward DAO, but at the same time, like, if you can put in, like,
right. Well, like, I mean, no, you can already start by basically, it's more like writing down the list of things that needs to be in this sort of milestone, right? So you say it needs to have a title, it needs to have a proof, it needs to have a exchange rate and stuff like that.
Okay.
And then we have a look and we see what we can actually already have, what we actually already have in the fields and what we don't have, or what needs to be written in the description.
I was imagining a template that is literally like you push a button and the Reward DAO text pops up, right? But you're thinking more of like a guideline or a standard for what is part of each style of milestone.
Yeah. So you start with the guideline, and then you slowly change it to the template. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, I can definitely take on the one for Reward DAO and would love to be a part of the regular reward template as well.
Okay, then, well, I add it myself, and then I will sync with you on that one too.
Perfect.
Okay. Any other things we missed? Okay, then it's already checkout time. So thank you for the new people joining, and I think it was a easy meeting. So thank you for your time. And I give it to Kai.
Yeah, nice meeting, guys. I lost my mouse. Please never buy a Microsoft Surface Book. It's a piece of shit. Yeah, next. Griff.
Sorry, I'm still laughing. That was a great meeting. So nice to have I feel like these meetings make it so I don't have to do governance meetings because the project list is so fucking extensive and awesome and reminds me of all the things that we got going on. So thank you, Chris, for holding it down. It was a really amazing meeting. And everyone who Lindsay is contacting to confirm addresses, please respond. Thank you. And let's go with Paul.
Hey, well, that was my first meeting. That was really cool. I feel like I understand much more how you guys organize everything, and I even got an action item out of it. Woo! So pretty cool. Just so you know, I've been hanging out on this amazing 6-meter long hammock while taking this call. So I'm just gonna get naked and sleep here tonight.
Nice.
And I pass it to Cleo.
Hey, I am sorely lacking a hammock. And go team. I am handing it to, what's your name, Holly? Holly. Yes.
Hello, thanks for having me. It was a pleasure observing. You guys are very interesting. Toodles. Alex, you're still in?
Yeah, I'm still here. Good meeting. I didn't really have anything to add, so sounds awesome. Looking forward to everything that turns out. And go with Wojtek.
Yeah, great meeting. Thanks, Chris, for this long list of tasks, but it keeps stuff organized. Kai.
I did already go.
Now we have Yaler left, I think.
Then the Yaler.
I also am in need of a hammock, so I'm hoping that happens soon. Happy to see everyone here and to have some things to work on this week with new people and new faces. And I think, Alex, did you go?
Nobody listens to each other. No,
Griff?
Oh yeah, no, Griff went as well. We all went. So,
What?
Yes. So thank you all for your time, and see you in the governance meeting or see you next week. See ya.
Ciao.